Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Hey everyone, so 32-year-old New York resident Christopher Moynihan was one of the first people to pass over a barricade that was breached by members of Trump's mob. And he was recording as he ran to the base of the Capitol steps. The scene was pretty tense. People were chanting USA, fuck communism, and we want Trump. When the mob broke through that police line that was guarding the steps, Moynihan followed them. They got up to the Capitol doors, and then he stood and he was watching as others were attacking officers. They were using weapons, their hands, whatever they had. Eventually, the rioters who entered the building through other broken windows and doors on other locations throughout the building, they crushed officers on the inside of those doors, where the ones where Moynihan was standing outside waiting and watching. Then they successfully opened the doors. They forced the doors open for Moynihan and the rest of the mob. So once again, yes, doors were forced open on the inside by Trump's terrorists, not by the cops. So Moynihan illegally entered the building. He was seen and heard shouting, quote, "And we're fucking in." And as he ascended a flight of steps, he yelled to his fellow patriots, quote, "Fuck yeah. Every single one of you is a patriot. Remember that. Restore this republic. Down with communism. Down with communism. Down with Biden. We will restore our republic." So Moynihan continued to chant treason. He made his way up the steps. He went up to the Senate gallery. He then entered the gallery, and he followed others down a staircase to the Senate floor. So Moynihan was seen on the Senate floor. He was still recording, and he was seen and heard saying, quote, "Well, guys, I fucking did it. Storm the fucking Senate building. I'm standing inside right now." He was then seen talking with others in the Senate chamber, including Zip Tie Guy. Moynihan was also recorded rifling through and taking photos of confidential documents that were left on senators' desks. This was when they ran out and had to be evacuated for fear for their lives. And he was heard saying, quote, "There's got to be something in here we can fucking use against these scumbags." So Moynihan exited the Senate chamber a while later, but then he entered a second time, and he was seen in photos and on video standing near the QAnon shaman. They were standing on the Senate dais. He finally left the building after officers entered the Senate and ordered everyone to leave. So Moynihan was arrested on February 25th of 2021, and he was charged with obstructing an official proceeding, entering a restricted building or grounds, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, entering the floor of Congress, and parading or demonstrating in a Capitol. And when the agents arrested Moynihan, he lied, and he said that he no longer had his cell phone because he said he couldn't afford it. So the FBI was able to track his phone, and they tracked it to his house with a search warrant. It, of course, contained a ton of evidence of his crimes. And unlike most others, Moynihan refused a plea deal. He opted instead for a stipulated bench trial. And in August of 2022, he was found guilty on all counts. So based on the felony obstruction charge, Moynihan was facing up to 20 years in prison, 3 years of probation, and $250,000 in fines. However, the prosecutor requested only 37 months in prison, 3 years of probation, and $2,000 in restitution. And Moynihan has a bit of a criminal history with 6 convictions just between 2014 and 2018. He was twice convicted of petty larceny. That was in 2014, 2015. And he has 4 criminal convictions for drug possession, all of which took place in the same year, in April and May of 2018. And Moynihan committed the second petty larceny crime while he was on probation for the first. Clearly, he's a little slow on the uptake. Doesn't really learn from his mistakes. So anyway, I couldn't locate any details about what went down at the sentencing hearing, but U.S. District Judge Christopher Cooper presided over Moynihan's case. And Judge Cooper sentenced Moynihan to 33 months in prison, 3 years of probation, and $2,000 in restitution. So once again, weak Obama judge undercuts the prosecutor for a repeat offender who, by the way, refused to take responsibility, refused to take a plea deal, and went to trial and lost on all counts. So, gee, I just can't figure out why we have so much recidivism in this country. I mean, seriously, would it have been too much to ask for Cooper to just give the prosecutor what they asked for? It was only 4 months more. I think the prosecutors were being incredibly lenient as it was. So I have no doubt we're going to be hearing more about this Moynihan in the future. That's just my take. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate, even if it's just one time. But if you can become a monthly supporter, it really helps to keep the show going. Thank you all. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.